Hello dear students, good morning. This is Harendra Tiwari, your chemistry educator from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Now here I am going to explain you in this video a very interesting concept, behavior of real gases. Now do you have a question? Sir, what we have studied till now? Yes, you have studied about behavior of the gases with respect to the pressure, volume, temperature, the different laws, Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro's law, and finally when we combine all those laws, we got one equations that we called ideal gas equation. Clear? But actually what happened, why real behavior of real gases came in existence? Ideal gas equation is also explain the behavior of the gases. If I write here the gas, so the gas behavior can be explained by using the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT with reference to the relation with the pressure, volume, temperature. Then why we are going to learn here the behavior of real gases? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of ideal gas? Ideal gas. As I told, this is the ideal gas equation. What is the difference between ideal and real? How these terms has been conceptualized for the gas. Why the some gases is known as ideal gas, why the some gases is known as real gas? When do we call a gas as real gas? When do we call a gas as ideal gas? What is the meaning of ideality? What is the meaning of reality? You know na? This is the clear. Ideal means that is one particular behavior that is characterized, and so for example the human beings, so human behavior, that ideal behavior of the human, it is mentioned in our Granth, Ved, Puran. But how many we are following that ideal behavior? Do you know? So same as there are the gases and they have the two type of behavior, one the ideal behavior and another real gas behavior. So in this class we will learn that how do the gases deviate from their ideal behavior. So the heading is here, deviation from ideal behavior of gas. Actually what happened, the scientists they performed two activities. They have performed the two activities. In activity first, what they did, they took the some gases and they have calculated the value of pressure or temperature or volume by using this equation, by using PV is equal to nRT. With the help of this equation they have calculated the value of the pressure, value of temperature, value of the volume for the different gases. In activity 2, second, what they have done, they took the gas and they measured the value, they have measured the values with the help of the experiment in the laboratory. They brought the gas in the laboratory, they performed some experiment and they measured the value of pressure, temperature and volume. When they measured the value of the pressure, temperature, volume of the gas, they were shocked. Why? They were thinking, they were expecting that what value they have calculated by using PV is equal to nRT, or their measured value should be equal to that same. But the measured value and calculated value, when they compared, they found it not equal to that. For example, the hydrogen gas, when they have calculated their pressure value at constant and temperature, how the pressure vary with the volume at constant temperature, they found some values. With the help of these equations they have calculated, they put the value of the volume and temperature was the constant, N is the 1 mole gas, R is the gas constant. So they put the values of the respective values in this equation and they found that value of the pressure or value of the volume they have calculated. When they performed the experiment, through the experiment they study the variation of volume with the pressure, the value was not same. The value was different totally. Is it clear? So this incident leads to conceptualize the two different terms for the gas. One is that real and other is the ideal. Means whatever the value coming by using these equations for a gas, that we call that ideal value, ideal behavior. Whatever the value they really show or we obtain by the experimenters, their actual value, their real value, that we call that real value or real behavior. So this process, this phenomenon is known as deviation from ideal behavior of gas. Is it clear? Have you understood what is the meaning of deviation from ideal behavior of a gas? How these real and ideal terms came in existence? Okay. We will now clearly understand this deviation of the gases with the help of some graphs. Right. So let me clean the board, then I will explain. Now here I am going to plot two graphs on the basis of Boyle's law concept. Example, Boyle's law concept. As we know that the relation of the Boyle's pressure is inversely proportional to volume, and that is the pressure volume product is always equal to constant. This relation we have drawn by using the Boyle's law statement. Pressure is inversely proportional to the volume or volume is inversely proportional to pressure. This is clear? Okay. Now the first graph I would like to draw. This is the relation between pressure volume, product of pressure volume versus pressure. This graph is about product of this graph is about product of pressure volume versus pressure. Now they have calculated the value of by using the ideal gas for the some gases, and they got the relation PV versus P a straight line. Means on increasing the pressure, they observed the value of PV is constant. A straight line. So this is ideal gas and the nature of the graph is straight line. Straight line, you can clearly observe it. Then they have measured the value of the some gases such as hydrogen, helium, carbon monoxide and methane, and they have plot the graph PV versus pressure. They observed for the helium gas, on increasing the value of PV also increases. On increasing the value of PV also increases. This is the for helium. For hydrogen, the same behavior observed. Then for carbon monoxide, first they observed on increasing pressure PV decreases, and after some times it keep on increasing the pressure, PV increases. So this was the carbon monoxide, and same as they observed for the methane gas. Same they observed for the methane gas. So for the methane gas, same as they observed for the methane gas. So these are the real gas measured value, and it was the calculated value. So from this graph we can clearly understand that hydrogen and helium, they keep their PV value keep on increasing the pressure, means they always show the positive deviation. They are not following this path. They are not following this path, right? They show the positive deviation. So this is called that, which is the curve above this straight line. This is the positive deviation. And curve below this line, ideal gas straight line, this is known as negative deviation. So the two types of the behavior observed for the real gases. For the hydrogen and helium, in the case of the hydrogen and helium, they show the positive deviation on increasing temperature, means at each and every temperature they show the pressure. They show the positive behavior on increasing pressure. That means that is at all pressure they show the positive behavior. But other gas, in the case of the other gas, they first show the negative deviation, and when keep on increasing the pressure they show the positive deviation. Now another graph I am going to draw here. This is about pressure versus volume. This graph is about pressure versus volume. Now pressure and this is volume. They have calculated the value, and they, on the basis of the calculated values, pressure versus volume, they draw the graph. The nature of the graph is rectangular hyperbola. This is the calculated value. For the ideal gas. This is ideal gas, calculated value. And another, for the real gases, they measured the value and they have drawn the sorry, such as they observed graph for the measured value. This is the real gas. तो प्रेशर वर्सेस वॉल्यूम कैलकुलेटेड एंड प्रेशर वर्सेस वॉल्यूम मेजर्ड. प्रेशर वर्सेस वॉल्यूम कैलकुलेटेड, प्रेशर वर्सेस वॉल्यूम मेजर्ड. Now look that closely this graph. What can what you are observing from this graph? Now see the pressure. At this pressure, the volume of ideal gas. The same pressure, the volume of real gas. This is the volume of real and this is volume of ideal. At the same pressure, they observed a deviation from the ideal behavior. So at high pressure, if the ideal gas volume is ideal, V ideal, and for real V real, so at high pressure, what is the observation? V real is greater than V ideal. Now pressure is decreases. The difference between pressure V real is greater than V ideal, means volume of real gas is more than the volume of ideal gas. So now see that at the pressure as well as decreases, then the volume is of real gas and volume of ideal gas approaches each other. But at low pressure, we observed V real is less than the V ideal. V real is less than, at this point, V real is the less than the V ideal. Now as very low pressure, when the pressure keep on decreasing, at very low pressure, this graph goes parallel to each other, means V real approaches V ideal. So we can say that at very low pressures, the real gases behave as ideal gases. Clear? So observation we can write here. The first observation we can write, at all pressure, hydrogen and helium gas show positive deviation from ideal behavior. Next point, other gases at low pressure, show negative deviation from ideal behavior, and at high pressure show positive deviation from ideal behavior. So with the help of this graph we can clearly explain that the measured value is deviated from the calculated value. So the real gas does not follow the PV is equal to nRT. So we can differentiate the real gases and ideal gases in such way. Here the some difference point I am going to write. So real gas and ideal gas. Real gas and ideal gas. See, real gas PV is equal to nRT and PV is equal to nRT. Which gas follow the PV is equal to nRT? Ideal gas. But real gases do not follow the PV is equal to nRT. They do not follow gas laws such as Boyle's, Charles Avogadro's. They do follow the gas laws, Boyle, Charles and etc. This is clear to you? So from this today discussion, we have concluded that the measured value of the gas is not in agreement with the ideal values which we have calculated by using the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT, that shows the deviation with the ideal gas. They show their actual property, real property, which we have obtained by using the experimentation, and with the help of this graph I explain that how do the real gases deviated from their ideal behavior. Now we have concluded some points. The first point is that the hydrogen and helium, these two gases, they show always the positive deviation from the ideal behavior. Other gases at low pressure show the negative deviation, and at high pressure they do also show the positive deviation. When we draw the graph pressure versus volume, we clearly understand that at very high pressure, the difference between real volume and ideal volume is so large. The pressure keep on increases, means the deviation of the ideal behavior is increases, means the V real is greater than V ideal. This show that positive deviation. This shows positive deviation. deviation. When we subtract V real minus V ideal, we get the positive value. Na? So you can understand such as at low pressure, V real is less than V ideal. This is the negative deviation. At very low pressure, both approaches each other. See that this is cross and then it started to go parallel. Means at very low pressure they follow the ideality. Ideal. So this is the one question here. At what pressure the real gases behave as ideal gases? So at very low pressure. Clear? And the difference between real gas and ideal gas. Real gases do not follow the ideal gas equations, means they do not follow the Boyle's law, Charles law, Avogadro's law, but ideal gas, they do follow the gas laws, Boyle's law, Charles law, every laws, right? So whatever the law given, that is for the ideal gas only given. It is another matter that real gases do not follow. That's because they show their actual property. So now I am going to stop today. So finally I tell you, thank you. Do study. In the next class, we will learn one trick. Through that trick, we can clearly predict the positive deviation, negative deviation, and zero deviation. Zero deviation means the gas will not deviate from the ideal behavior. Okay, so such as I told you that at very low pressures the gas does not deviate from the ideal behavior. So thank you. Wish you all the best.